Time for everyone's favorite draft grades after night one of the NFL Draft, where the Falcons selected Bijan Robinson, Texas running back, and the fan base appears to be relatively split on the pick. On one hand, you got a really good player. Make no mistake, Bijan Robinson is going to be a very good running back. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. But on the other hand, you use the 8th overall pick on a running back when you had bigger needs like edge rusher or corner, and you had a really good ground game last year with Tyler Algier and Cordero Patterson. Are those future backs for the next 8 or 9 years? Probably not. Maybe Algier could, right? 5th round pick out of BYU who put up 1,000 yards in his rookie season. But Bijan Robinson, he is a generational back. If I tell you guys he's going to have an Adrian Peterson-esque career, are you going to be upset about it? Because I can still see why you would still say you don't go running back at 8. Running backs don't win Super Bowls. And you're not wrong, right? You look at the previous Super Bowl winning teams, none of them had a household name running back. They're all just like Garrett Blunt's, Isaiah Pacheco's, Jerick McKinnon's of the world. They're not the Bijan Robinson. So I can understand the level of frustration of a premium pick was used on a position where last year you got a running back in round 5 from Provo, Utah, who was a healthy scratch in the first week of the season, and he went on to rush for 1,000 yards playing backup to Cordero Patterson for stretches. And you still have Cordero Patterson. But at the end, Terry Fontenot, he went the safe route. He made the pick that he thought would be at least a stand-up double in round 1, and that was Bijan Robinson. Could he have gone for Nolan Smith or Jalen Carter or Christian Gonzalez? Yeah, and maybe those guys are going to have great careers or better careers than Bijan. But I can guarantee you the safe pick was Bijan. And I also kind of wonder, did Arthur Blank come down and do that really weird thing where they put their hands on your shoulders and scream and kind of whisper into Terry's ears, let's get some butts in seats this year in Mercedes-Benz. Bijan's going to help do that. And maybe that was a little bit of a pressure factor for Atlanta. So grade the pick, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to give you my pick in just a moment, but get me your pick down below. I'm going to split the difference. I think half of the picks are going to be A, half of the picks are going to be F. I'll go with B. You're getting a very good back. He is going to be, hopefully, and I don't think I'm really even jinxing it, a running back for this team for the next 8 to 9, 10 years, right? He's going to be Michael Turner, but better, okay? But he's going to have that type of impact and connection with the fan base, okay? Now, do you use 8 picks in the draft, number 8 picks in the draft on running backs? That is a fair point to make here. But Bijan Robinson, the scouting report on him, great vision. Like, I'm not giving you guys any new information. He is Christian McCaffrey in terms of the receiving ability, in Leonard Fournette's body in terms of the strength, with Adrian Peterson's vision, and then Kareem Hunt's lack of fumbling. Like, he's just that type of player, okay? Last season for the Longhorns, these are his stats. 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns. He was great in the receiving department. He can pass block well. He does not have a true Achilles heel. That is why I think it's a B pick, because you could have gotten a guy like Jalen Carter, who maybe the Falcons have major character concerns on, and they did not want to whiff on a top 10 pick. Or Christian Gonzalez, that was our guy. That's who I really wanted the Falcons to get. But at the end, they go with the safe route, right? Maybe they put the driver back in the bag, and they just take out an iron, and they slap it down the middle of the fairway, and they don't risk splicing it into the woods or something like that. They go with the not even the home run pick, the triple, the double, right? The guy you know is going to be reliable, and he's going to be a great pick. Now, make sure to subscribe if you have not already. We're going to look at some draft targets for Atlanta in just a moment. But if you haven't subbed yet, go ahead and do so. Make sure you are subscribed for days 2 and 3 of the draft, where we break down every single pick for your Atlanta Falcons. Now, speaking of Atlanta, here is their draft profile going into this weekend. They had 7 picks. They now have 6. 3 in the top 100 altogether. And with Desmond Ridder slated to be the starter, I do wonder, would they? No, they're not going to go Will Levis, right? I hope not. I really hope not. Will Levis sucks. Let's get that straight. Now, here is our Tom Downey's best player available board. Brian Branch, a safety. Michael Mayer, tight end from Notre Dame. That doesn't make a ton of sense for them. Joey Porter Jr., that could be a great cornerback pick in early round 2. Osiris Torrance, Darnell Washington, B.J. Ojulari, that could be a long-term edge rusher after going offense. Clark Phillips, another good cornerback opposite of A.J. Terrell. Steve Avila, he could be your starting left guard if they really want to go all offense and say, screw it, we're going to score 35 points per game, and we might give up 36 or 34 points a game. Now, if they want to go wide receiver to give Drake London something to work with, or Desmond Ridder a new toy, well, Josh Downs and Jalen Hyatt, you can't go wrong with either of those two players. I think they have legit chances of being better career-wise than anyone who went round 1 today or last night whenever you're watching this. Tyler Scott, Cedric Tillman. Tillman's my deep sleeper. If they wait on a wide receiver, watch for him in round 3. As for edge rushers, B.J. Ojulari, he's sort of a boomer bust type of edge rusher. He wore the number 18 for LSU. That's a big deal in terms of the character. He might take some plays off here and there, but he knows how to find the quarterback. Keon White from Georgia Tech, all-time athletic tester, just got to see the production level. Plus, he can hang out in Atlanta. Isaiah Foskey and Tuli Tuipulotu are the next 2 edge rushers to watch for. Probably a bit rich for those guys in round 2 early on, maybe round 3. Cornerbacks, Joey Porter Jr., I think, is probably going to be the 32nd pick in this draft. I'm guessing Steelers are foaming at the mouth to get Joey Porter Jr. back to where Joey Porter Sr. was. Clark Phillips, he had 6 picks for Utah last year. The Utes are quietly becoming DBU. This could be a fun pick. Cam Smith and DJ Turner are the next 2 guys on Tom Downey's best cornerbacks available list. So with that being said, after going Bijan at 8, who do you want the Falcons to draft next? I think Joey Porter Jr. would be a slam dunk pick. I don't think he's going to be there when Atlanta is on the clock in the mid-40s. So maybe it's Clark Phillips. That could be a name to watch for. Now, speaking of day 2 of the NFL draft, we will be live over on our main channel for all 3 days of the draft, including the 2nd. So hang out with yours truly over there for wall-to-wall coverage of rounds 2 and 3.